My car was totaled by a classmate, and I'm furious. I have 23F, have had a nightmarish last few days, and it's all because of a classmate at my college. For more context, I go to a small liberal arts college in the Northeast, and I'm lucky enough to have a car on campus. Most students don't have cars here, as it's a highly residential school. My car is my baby. I bought it cheap back in 2020, and have put about $7,000 of work into it since then. She's traveled cross-country twice, and made the journey between Washington State, my home state, and the Rockies several times. In short, I love this car, and I have so many good memories associated with it. On Saturday, I decided to spend the night with a friend who lives off campus and park in front of their apartment overnight. We had a quiet evening, did some studying, watched a movie, and went to bed around midnight. That morning, I was woken up by my friend around 7 o'clock. She asked me if I had parked my car outside, because my Volvo had disappeared from where it was parked. Obviously, I panicked. I spent about 30 minutes trying to get a hold of the city to figure out where it was. I assumed that I had parked illegally, and that my car had been towed. Unfortunately, the reality was much worse. I was transferred to the police department, and they informed me that my car had been destroyed in an accident at around 1:30 that morning. The officer had no information for me, as she wasn't on the night shift. She basically gave me the address of an impound lot, and wished me luck. I got to the lot later that morning, and my car was destroyed. The entire front right end was crumpled in, with bits and pieces hanging out of the engine. The frame is so warped that the passenger side doors won't open. It's undrivable. I managed to meet with the police officer who responded to the call, and he gave me the whole story. Basically, 2 undergraduates were returning back from campus after a late-night takeout run when the driver fell asleep, crossed over the center line, drove up onto the sidewalk, and slammed my car from the passenger side. They hit it so hard that my car, with the e-brake on, slid 100 feet, hit another parked car, and ended up bouncing off of a few poles on the way. He gave me their name, and I immediately recognized them as a student of the same college that I go to. Needless to say, I'm flipping furious. My insurance company has been a nightmare to work through, especially since the accident occurred on the weekend, and it took forever for them to get a hold of the other student. I've been, up until today, paying out of pocket for a rental car in order to get to and from work. I reached out to her asking for her to call her insurance company. In order to get a rental car paid for, Geico needed her to accept liability for the accident, and she got her father involved instead of apologizing to me personally. It really feels like she's taking no personal responsibility for the situation, and instead is punting the issue to her parents. It seems like there really will be no consequences for her. Her dad's going to pay the deductible, and her life will go on as normal while I have to manage insurance, find and finance a new car, and simultaneously try to stay afloat on schoolwork and my job. All I want for her is to apologize sincerely, but it really feels like she thinks she's done nothing wrong. Edit. It seems like there's been some confusion about what actually occurred here. The friend I was spending the night with and the classmate who wrecked my car are different people. My friend, call them Sam, was who I spent the night with. We were both sleeping in their bedroom while this whole thing went down. My classmate was who actually caused the accident late at night. My car was not stolen. It was hit so hard by the classmate's vehicle that it moved 100 feet. For everyone who is suggesting that I charge them for theft, thank you for the thought, but no actual theft occurred here, just bad driving.